As I briefly mentioned just now, we need different factors of production. So the four inputs are materials, labor, capital, and entrepreneurship. And these are known as the factors of production. So in order to make a product, the producer needs the four main inputs as described below. So firstly, they need materials. And these are the resources that are required by the producer to make the products. These materials could either be raw materials or half-finished materials. So raw materials are also known as primary products, and they are usually natural materials like silk, wood, gold, crops, etc. Half-finished products or materials are products that are in an incomplete state, such as a ball of wool that has been spun. So it is half finished because it still needs to be used to knit into an item such as a jersey, a scarf, a hat, mittens, etc. The manufacturer takes the raw or half-finished materials and processes them in a factory to make the final or finished product through the production process. So production is changing raw or half-finished materials into finished goods, which are also known as secondary products. For example, a farmer supplies wheat, which is your raw material, to the manufacturer who changes it into bread, and that is the finished product. Production is the conversion of raw materials into useful goods and or services. So in the first picture, you can see the farmer is shearing the sheep with sheep shears, and that wool that is removed from the sheep is then spun into balls of wool, which is your half-finished material, which is then taken and turned into a jersey, which is your finished material. So the next factor is your labor. These are the people who are involved in making the product or providing the service, and they are known as the labor. So people trade their skills and services to earn money in the form of a salary or wages. Now, the difference between a salary and wages, a salary is paid monthly. If you earn a wage, then you get paid weekly at the end of each week that you have worked. The labor could be physical work, such as building, or it could be intellectual labor, for example, a lawyer or an accountant. Some production processes require more physical work than others, and here are just a couple of examples. So in the first picture, you can see labor on a building site that requires lots of heavy manual work, lifting up objects, building bricks, scaffoldings, etc. Then labor in the hospitality industry, if you have a look at the next picture on the right, you can see a chef, you can see waitrons. So hospitality industry includes all sorts of things such as restaurants, hotels, etc., where they are providing a service to give you food or accommodation that you may be staying in if you go away on holiday. Then your intellectual labor, they use the example of a lawyer, so it could be a lawyer, a doctor, a teacher, an accountant, etc. And then salary is the remuneration of for the labor. So the salary is what the person who is the entrepreneur of the business has to pay his labor at the end of each month. A very important thing that is needed to run a business is capital. Capital is the funds needed to produce the goods or service. Capital includes money that is required to buy raw materials, as well as any of the items needed to make a profit. For example, buildings, vehicles, equipment, tools, and machinery, which are required in the production process. So buildings would be the factory that you use to make the product. Vehicles, you will need to transport the products from one place to another. The equipment would be the machinery or the tools that are used by the laborers in the process of making whatever the product happens to be that is being produced to be sold.